welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews. Tonight we got a special treat for you, brought back from Nova Scotia by Heist Almighty. Brewed for the winter season, reviewed in spring. Speaking of spring, we're going to take a look at Okanagan Spring's Black Lager from their Brewmaster series. A distinctive blend of roasted dark and chocolate malts with a crisp lager taste. This unique style of beer was introduced for all those who love their beer a little darker and a little bolder. Rich in color and flavor, our black lager finish is crisp and clean. Deeper roasting for a unique lager. Dark and chocolate roasted malts gives it dark blah 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 blah. Basically, it's a whole bunch of things saying the exact same thing. It's a dark lager. It's originally from, what part of BC? Vernon, BC, Okanagan Springs. No preservatives, all natural, craft brewed. First brewed in BC in 2008. Color style, black. 9 on the dark scale, served between 10 and 12 is probably about that right now. 5% ABV. Pop the top off of this one. Now, I had a chance to review Okanagan Springs Pale Ale. It was okay. I wasn't overly impressed with it, and I don't think everybody was too happy with that. I think I got a dislike on that video. But whatever. I'm entitled to my opinion after all. So, I've been sitting on this one for a while. I hope it hasn't turned skunky or anything. It's a lager. So it in Okanagan Springs strikes me as they probably have decent filtration, so I'm not overly worried about it going too bad. It was originally brought out to the NSLCs in Nova Scotia for the winter season, so yeah, I've been sitting on this one since last fall, so it's time to get drinking. Looking at that, it has a black appearance when looked at on camera, but as you can see through the light, there is a bit of a ruby red kind of color to it. Looking at it here, there's a lot of carbonation coming up through the glass. I don't know if you can really make that out on camera. Actually, yes, you can. Sort of. Looking at that, it looks really nice. It looks like a Coca-Cola, basically, with a little bit more... I mean, it's got the same kind of, like, almost brownish head, but it's actually staying there. And a little bit of, like, a slightly cream. That looks like a decent Schwarz beer. Interesting. Give it a sniff. Not overly complex. There's a little bit of like an herbal hop, a slight dusting of like a chocolate, like cocoa powder. Maybe a hint of roasted coffee. On how strong is this scale? If you were to measure this on 1 to 10, it's probably like a 3. It's not very strong at all. Enough to say that it's there. Yeah, I'm getting like dusty chocolate and coffee. Maybe a subtle hint of like a citrus. That might be coming from the floral herbal hops. Alright, smells good. Put it down the hatch. Ooh. Ooh, that's not bad. Ooh, that's smooth. It's clean. It's lighter, but it's not watery so much. It's almost bordering on watery, but not watery, which is good. A nice toasted grain permeates through it in your mouth after you've drank it. The mouthfeel is nice and creamy. The malts, there's quite a bit of malt in there in the taste, and it's mainly a subtle red fruit kind of taste mixed in with this nice chocolate and this coffee flavor, like a little bit of roasted bitterness. The roasted bitterness leaves a little bit of like a bitterness at the back of your tongue as you drink it. It's a little soggy, but you know, it's tasty. And that's what makes you keep going back to this beer, is how tasty this thing is. Boy, that's enjoyable. A little bit of sogginess at the end and the roasted bitterness that lingers on a little, make it a little heavier than what it comes off as. As far as being a lager so much, you expect the lager to be a little thinner and a little cleaner. And if you were to enjoy several of these in one go, you wouldn't be able to drink as many of these as you might hope for. I could probably put down like 3 or 4 of these, but I probably wouldn't want to drink this solely for one night. You might find that the chocolate richness is coming up a little bit too much. But as far as the actual flavor and the quality and craftsmanship that's put into this beer, I really like this. I like this a lot better than Okanagan Springs Pale Ale. This is really good. While I can't see myself drinking too many of these. I would enjoy drinking 1 or 2. That's a nice solid dark beer. That's a nice, if it's indeed a Schwartz beer, which it tastes like, that's a really good one. I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5. That's nice. I do approve of this one. That's pretty good, and I definitely drink it again. The neighbors are doing the dishes. Morp. Anyway, so yeah, seek it out if you try it. I mean, chances are you won't be able to get this again until next winter if it's available anywhere at all again. I do recommend trying it. It's actually pretty decent. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review of Okanagan Springs Black Lager. We'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.